G'day folks, Parkera here and welcome to the Lancashire Lad with Chorley. And today is going to be the season review. We have finished our first season in charge. And I must say, if I do say so myself, I'm pretty happy with how we went. So let's kick into it and let's just go straight into the awards. So Chorley end of season awards, our annual season ceremony took place at Victory Park last night. Here's a summary of the players' awards. Don't ask the accent. Okay, so the fans' player of the season, rightfully so, Marcus Carver, 42%. Why not? You're going to vote for him. Man, what a game. What a season he had. Goal of the season, Lewis Almond versus Dover. Now, this is a player who is, well, no longer here. So let's have a look at him. I've just unlocked a Stephen Achievement Armchair Expert. We'll see. Let's have a look at this goal. To be frank, yeah. Pretty good goal that was. Yeah. Florian Colvlair, free signing of the season. Yep, can't go wrong with that. And young player of the season, James Hardy. Yes, again, can't go below that. Stats. Let's have a look at these stats. Now, this is obviously only Rama. So Marcus Carver, no, season stats. Top goal scorer with 24 goals for the season. Highest average rating as well with 7.14. Most assists was Callum McDonald, our left wing back, over 11. Okay, it shows that we are bombing a lot forward on the left there. Usually, I think in the little players, you usually expect it to be the winger. So that's interesting to see. Best pass completion was Lopez. Okay, interesting, because he didn't do anything else. Most player of the match awards, James Hardy with 5. And most yellow cards was Baines on 14. And yeah, red cards. Oh wow, big one red card. So discipline was pretty good really for the club. Let's have a look into the rest of the stuff here as we go ahead. And this is the official. Well, not the official. This is just one of the news reports. Sky Sports News apparently. This is their review of it as well. A few would have tipped Chorley to be capable of avoiding relegation, but the Magpies confounded every expectation and achieving a top half finish. Damn right we did. We were the most unpredictable team, enjoying an impressive spell of form between October and November. We went as high as 9th, but we did go as low as 20th. But yeah, definitely exceeded expectations. FA Cup, we lost in the second round against Gillingham. We finished 11th because of the last day of the season loss. We could have gone as high as playoffs or possibly 10th. English FA Trophy lost in the third round. Match of the season, 5-1 win here over FC Halifax. Let's just have a quick look here at the stats waiting on the match report. I would like to have seen, can I change that? Match stats, here we go. So 5-1 win here. Goals by Masanka, 2 goals by Carver and 1 goal by Kamwa. Yeah, look at that. 17 shots on goal, 11 on target. And they had more of the possession. I remember this game. We played this way back in, what was that, 9th September. Yeah, it was an early good win for us. Moment to forget, 2-0 loss to Solihull Moors. Let's have a nosy anyway and just have a quick look into that. An own goal. Oh yeah, now it's starting to come back to me. Early doors though, this was in August. So it's quite interesting to see that they're both early on in our season. Average attendance was just shy of 2,000. And just under 50% full. I think that's pretty good, I guess. And we joint 11th for the highest number of players used. You can see down here a little graph, bing, 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 and then there was a lot of consistency there from probably around whatever is it. It doesn't say the date in this, but yeah, you can see the consistency was there for hovering around that mid-table sort of spot there for the rest of the season. So that was pretty good and impressive to have a look at. We will go into some more details as well in rating players and other things. A quick nosy here. Team cohesion is good, dressing room atmosphere is very good, and managerial support very good. Now, I've just had Teague come to me and ask he wants to leave because he wants a new challenge. His contract expires at the end of the season anyway, and I had no intention of really giving him a new contract. So I said, yeah, sure, just give us to the end of the season. He's chappy with that. Blakeman and O'Brien want to leave. Meh, who cares? Going at this end of the season anyway. I was looking at maybe a new contract, but probably not anyway. But yeah, that's very, very good. I'm happy with that, to be frank. You can't get any further wrong with that. And let's have a look at the squad a little bit more here. I've sorted this already here now by goals. And as we already know, Marcus Carver got 24 goals over the season for the club in all competitions, and 6 assists. After him was his partner on 14 goals and 7 assists. Now, he did drop off towards the end of the last probably 3 months of the season, but that's good. Often in previous versions of the game, you haven't really seen strikers getting up here so much, so I'm happy to see that, and it's good to see. Second was Hardy on 13 goals and 8 assists, which as a winger, really happy to see that. And Camwa as my central midfielder there, coming in with 6 goals and 1 little assist. As then we've got Newby and Dobbs, other wingers as well. But that's pretty good. And as we've already seen, is when it comes to assists, McDonald, my wing back, having the most assists, and then followed by my defender on the right. Okay, so my defenders are doing a lot of the assists. They're pushing forward there. Quite interesting there. And then we go into Hardy, who is our winger. And then we follow with the strikers. Very interesting to see that. Okay, interesting. So something to maybe keep in mind going forward. Going forward. Where's my average rating? Blah, 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 blah. Average rating is right there, so you push the button here. Marcus Carver 7.14, as we saw before. James Hardy 7.07, followed by Misaka 7.06. So again, basically my strikers up there, and Hardy, my winger, again. And then we've got a fullback 6.96, 6.86, and Camwa 6.86. With Baines 6.84 as well. Not worried about Cook, only played 3 games. Rice came in 6.83. So yeah, some good high 6s there, which is good. I'm glad to see that. And I like the look of this kid. Like I said, I think he could be, depending on how other players will get in, he's probably going to be taking over from Teague. So that's pretty good in terms of the team here. Obviously, the season hasn't ended yet. We will come back. What I'm going to do is, and then we'll have a look at the actual league. Let's have a look here just quickly. The first round of the playoffs pits Chesterfield against Wrexham and Aldershot against Notts County. That will progress, obviously, as things go. If we look at the league, we can see that Carver made 3rd place, 19 league goals. We had Josh Amera and Liam McAlinden, top 2 there. Average rating, we had Liam at 7.43 with Bingham 7.37 and Josh again at 7.31. Most assists, we had Danny Williams, Josh Schmile and Ben Whittam there, quite high up. Player of the matches, we had 10 for Bingham and Imre, and Morris on 6. Clean sheets, Scott Locke 23, Mitch Walker 22, and Holmes on 20. Now, if we look at this, it's quite interesting, and it does show we're top of the pops with goals, attacking wise. The most goals by a team, 81. First equal, if you like, with Halifax from 48 matches. We've got scored 15 from corners as well. So we had the best, pretty much best attack in the league yet, and we only finished 10th, 11th. So that obviously means that we're obviously areas that we need to look at and improve is our defence. But I thought that was quite an interesting stat. Very good stat, to be honest, when you consider that 81 goals scored, top equal. We're first there. So really, really good. We also had 63%, so last, but still 63% pass completion. We are playing quite a direct play. So we do, and our first touch and quality does kind of let us down at times, which kind of plays into that as well. And countering, or not countering, and marrying up with our goals scored, we're top again with 177 chances created. 177 chances created. Passes completed was 10,500. Average possession was 50%. Wow. 177 chances. We were 5th for shots on target, which was 42%. So what's that? 4th equal, really? Yeah. It's 42%. 245 shots on target. And that figure is the top. So we're top in goals scored, top in obviously shots on target, and also what's the other one? Chances created. Our attack is where our strength lies. So if we can look at maybe adding a little bit more depth, going professional, I think will help. And then we'd want to start looking at our midfield and most likely our defence, which we'll cover on shortly, I guess. When it comes to conceding, it does clearly show 15th equal. 67 goals conceded from the 46 matches. We've conceded 10 from corners. Okay, so maybe have a look at that corners routine again and see, because and 8 from indirect free kicks. So we'd probably have to look at, we need to look at our defence and maybe I'll tinker with that corner routine, maybe take off that guy who was short as well. Probably was being pulled out of position and giving us less guys in the box area. But in saying that, we were 18th equal for goals conceded from corners. But still, if we can cut those 10 goals down, or conceded in stats, it's going to help surely towards our overall. When it comes to clean sheets, we were 13th equal with 10 clean sheets. So I don't believe that's a goalkeeper issue so much as probably the defensive frailties causing a lot more pressure and issue with the goalkeeper. But still, maybe it's something we need to look at as well going forward. If we can get somebody who's a bit stronger as our number one, and our current number one can then just kind of be our second string. When it comes to tackles won, we were 12th with 983 tackles won. We won 89% of those tackles though. So that is a pretty good stat overall, 89%. So tackling wise, I mean, when it comes to winning the tackles and the percentage, 89%, which is clearly shown here, 89% from 983 tackles, 522 fouls. We have a look at the attendance here. We were 13th equal for just under 2,000 at 46% capacity. We've already touched on there. We can't really do much more about that. I think maybe going into next season, because we had a good season this year, that may increase, and especially if we can still build on, I guess, and push towards this and be a bit more consistent higher up, we will probably get a little bit more going through. Our highest attendance was 3,292. It doesn't say who it was against. I would be able to have a look in the records there. And our lowest attendance was 1,400 as well. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little bit more of a look at the players here. So in terms of Player of the Match awards, James Hardy equals 7th with 5 for an average rating of 7.13. And when it comes to average ratings, we had Carver, Hardy and Masanka there bunched up within that mid area with 3, 5 and 4 respectively. And then that's all. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. Headers 1. Again, it looks like our headers 1. No one else in our team came close. Baines was the one there, equals 17th. He won 277 headers. But where's my other defenders? You know what I mean? It shows that we probably heading department is a little bit weak. Maybe we need to look at that as well. If we have a look into some attacking stats, we can see the goals. Marcus Carver, as we've touched on, 3rd for the league on 19 goals from 30 appearances, or 36 appearances, 30 starts. Pretty happy with that. And shots on target, 53%, I believe. 53 shots on target, sorry, not as a percentage. When it comes to shots, Carver here on 111, and then Masanka, his partner, here with 110. Comes to shots on target, Marcus Carver, as we've touched on, 53, and then Masanka with 50, and we've got James Hardy here in 15th with 44. As a percentage, though, we can see that Hardy here, now this is interesting, but Hardy, in terms of shots on target percentage, Hardy's at 57%. Now, what I say is interesting here is Lopez is at 56%. Yet, look at this, he only scored 6 goals. And he was, in my opinion, a lone player that just didn't fit in. So, yeah, but Hardy there as a percentage of shots on target. Where's my strikers? Interesting. When it comes to conversion, you got Newby here at 20%. You got Carver here at 17%. If we look at the assists, we were 8th equal, and both my players were the 8th players, Gabriel and McDonald, with 9 each. Key passes with 67 for Lawrence there, and McDonald 45. As a percentage, 52 and 57% as well. When it comes to passing, 6 equal for Lawrence Gabriel, with 67 key passes. As a percentage, that's 52%. When it comes to chances created, we've got Hardy and then Jordan there. Hardy 3rd equal, Jordan 5th equal, with 24 chances and 23 respectively. Created with 70% there for Hardy. As a ratio for cross completion ratio, Flore Kovler, I don't know if I'm saying that right, 33% pass completion, top of the pops there. A pass percentage of 72% overall. Now, when it comes to tackles per game, we can see we're quite low down in the game here with 13th and 16th. So McDonald are fullbacks here with 3.97 and 3.96 as an average per tackles per game. Interesting that we don't have my central defenders here. So again, it looks like my central defence may be a weak link in terms of the tackling. I guess you kind of expect them to do a lot of aerial stuff. We do give up the flanks in terms of defending a little bit and allow opposition teams to cross the ball in. But that's something we may have to look at as well. It's quite disappointing to not see any of our central. When it comes to tackles, though, it's good to see that our central defender was there with 21 key tackles, and also Lawrence there, 21 key tackles as well. Interesting. Where was that other stats? It was the tackles, wasn't it? Hang on, let me just find it. Tackles per game. No one's there. But when it comes to key tackles, okay, Baines is there. Okay. I'm not an expert in how these work, so if you can idea to work that out for me. I'm surprised. I mean, he made 21 key tackles per game. Oh yeah, okay. Tackles per game 2.1. Okay. Now hopefully we do see in key headers. But unfortunately, we see that we are 13th equal way down here with 84 key headers for Lewis Baines. 80% of the headers won. So Lewis Baines made 277 headers and won 80%. But where's the partner? Where's Teague? Or where's Rice? Nowhere to be seen. So, there. Okay, 13th, we probably push that up if we need to. Well, not if we need to. We need to push that up. Baines on the interceptions made, low down 19th. He made 177 interceptions. Okay, 176 interceptions. Way down. Needs to up this game. When it comes to shots blocked, we can see Baines again, 4th equal, which is 19 blocked shots. And we see for the first time one of our central defenders, other than Baines, coming with 15, which is interesting. One stat is interesting though. Headers won ratio. We don't feature in the top 20. Okay, so there's an issue there, and it seems to be maybe a heading or jumping. We have to have a look at that. Let's have a look at goalkeeping here, And we can see Irwin was 10th for goals conceded, which was 50 goals. So 10th out of 20 top 10th. It's not too bad. He conceded 50 goals, which is a lot of goals to concede. He didn't play every game. He played 36 games. But still, it's a lot to concede. Now, of course, the defence ain't doing their job. You're going to concede. If you're not good enough as a goalkeeper, then sometimes you're going to concede as well. Clean sheets, this is a bit of a worry because we are not in the top 10, or not even the top 20. So, and when you consider 19, 20 is only 7, so we didn't even make that. When it comes to saves held, we have our goalkeeper on 8th with 86 saves held. He also features in parried saves, which is 14th at 45. So he's getting a lot of stuff coming his way. And penalties, I mean, yeah, okay, save 66% of his penalties, but okay. So some interesting stats there. I've really never gone into them in a season review before. So just let me know what your thoughts are, and then if I'm missing something, maybe something else you'd like to have a look at. I don't think there's anything else we can see. I just want to have a look at the player movements if we can. Not the player. I want to sort this by date, thank you. Yes. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but we've had a few managers leave. Ebbsfleet, interesting here. Gary Hill was the first to leave in June and replaced by Stuart Pearce. Now, Ebbsfleet won the league. So, Stuart Pearce getting the job done there. But it was a good appointment. Notts County got rid of their manager on New Year's Eve and replaced by Gordon Strachan. He got them into playoffs. Well, I helped her. Okay, so, forward about there. Now, Notts County, I know from having a quick nosy at them before, in the pre-season are heavy favourites to go up, and also board expectations are for them to win. So, you're not surprised to see that there, but interesting to see that they're going to be in the division again next season. And that's going to be it for now. I will come back, and what we'll do is when the awards, if any awards are announced, I know one of our players, Carver, is in the running for player of the season. I will add these to this episode. It's probably a long episode. I do apologise for that. And I hope you kind of enjoy it and get something out of it. So I'll chuck in the little bits and bobs here. Now, one thing I did in 2019 with the Clyde FC up the Bullywee safe was do a round of, like a around the league sort of summary. So what I'm going to do is I will do that, but not with this episode. I'll do that and release that as a Lancashire lad. Well, not a Lancashire lad, a Lancashire lowdown. So if you do want to have a look at it, you can. Again, I'm not sure when that will be out. It will be after this, obviously, or around about the same time. But I think I'll leave it there, guys, for now. And we'll be back momentarily, and I'll just quickly give you some more updates as they go while the playoffs and things like that, okay? So the top goal scorer of the year award's been released, obviously, and Carver obviously made the top 3, which is a good achievement for him, with Josh Umbera getting leading goal scorer, which, 24 goals is a pretty great achievement. I'm very happy with Carver's 19 league goals for us. Comes to player of the season, we didn't feature, just one player got it, Liam McElden from Halifax, and the manager of the year awards has been announced, and we finished 3rd place, which is, I'm happy with that considering. Win percentage of 38%. Peter Wild from Halifax getting the award, and Stuart Pearce from Ebbsfleet winning that there. Just noticed that. Interesting. So, it is what it is. We came 3rd in the Manager of the Year awards. I'm pretty happy with that. So that completes the season in terms of awards for us. So we will leave you there, folks. There's been a lot of activity behind the scenes. Ooh, a few players coming in. There's probably about 2, maybe 3 players who I think can make a difference. Possibly a 4th, if I can get them on board. And then there's also some more squad fillers. So, yeah, I'm busy. So, interesting to see and hopefully share that with you in the not so distant future. But that's it from me. That is it for this season. However, I will be back with a special Lancashire lowdown that will be released not long after this or around the same time. that will just be a quick look at all the leagues, starting with obviously the conference and working its way up, because we're currently still doing the playoffs. All right, folks, I really want to thank you for joining me in this this first season review. It may be a long one, and hopefully it's a good one. Let me know the feedback if you want me to keep focusing on some of the things I have done, or you'd rather me just skip a lot of that riff-raff and fluff. Let me know down below in the comments, because when I do make these, and will be making them in the future, it is really for your entertainment and your enjoyment as well. Alright folks, I'm Parkera. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. I'm Parkera. Kia.